Okay, so now let's read Peppa Pig, Peppa and the Christmas Elf. It was Christmas Eve, and Peppa and George were making cookies for Santa with Granny and Grandpa Pig. "Are we being helpful?" asked Peppa, whipping the spoon around and getting mixture everywhere. "Oh yes," says Grandpa Pig. "You are a wonderful helper. We are like Santa elves," George says Peppa. George giggled. "Christmas elves!" Splotch, splat. "Yes, I could meet an elf," said Peppa. "I bet they love adventures." "Yes," agreed Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig told Peppa and George that as they stirred the mixture, they could make a special Christmas wish. "Christmas dinosaur!" cried George. "Shh, George," whispered Peppa. "You are not supposed to tell anyone your wish." George wished for a Christmas dinosaur, and Peppa wished for an adventure with a Christmas elf. Jingle, jingle. "Did you hear that?" asked Peppa. It was a jingly sound coming from outside. "I think my wish has come true." "Shall we go and see?" said Granny Pig. "Ah, look at that," said Grandpa Pig when they got outside. "There's an owl in the Christmas tree, jingling the bells." "Oh," says Peppa, sighing. "That's not my Christmas wish." "Never mind," said Granny Pig. "I'm sure you will get your wish soon." Just then, there was another sound. "Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!" "Daddy!" cheers Peppa and George. Mommy and Daddy Pig had arrived to pick them up. "Are you ready to ride the Christmas train?" said Daddy Pig. "Yes!" cried Peppa and George. "Have fun," said Granny Pig, waving goodbye. "We'll see you later for our Christmas sleepover." As Daddy Pig started the car's engine, Peppa spotted something red peeking out from behind a tree. "Look!" she cried, pointing. "A Christmas elf!" Mommy Pig turned around. "Ah, it is a little robin," she said. "Santa has lots of elves," said Peppa. "They can't all be at his workshop, can they?" "Probably not. Maybe you did see one," said Daddy Pig, winking. "Right, let's go to the Christmas train. Choo-choo!" cheers George. When they arrived at the Christmas train platform, Peppa and George were very excited. The train was decorated with lots of twinkly fairy lights. "All aboard the Christmas train," Miss Rabbit called out. "First stop, the Christmas helter-skelter." "Hooray!" everyone cheers. "Choo-choo!" said George. At the helter-skelter, Peppa looked up and spotted a red hat in one of the windows. "Found you, Christmas elf!" she cried. But when Mommy and Daddy Pig looked up, all they saw was Molly Mole wearing a little red hat. "Merry Christmas, Peppa!" cried Molly. "Oh, Merry Christmas, Molly!" replied Peppa. Everyone had lots of helter-skelter fun, but soon it was time to move on. "Follow me to the Christmas Ferris wheel," called Miss Rabbit. Right at the very top of the Ferris wheel, Peppa spotted something in a little red hat. "Found you, Christmas elf!" she cried. But when Mommy Pig looked, all she saw was Mr. Bull wearing a little red hat. At the gingerbread workshop, Peppa spotted the Christmas elf behind the gingerbread house. "Found you, Christmas elf," said Peppa. "Look, Daddy." But when Daddy Pig looked, all he saw was a gingerbread house with a little red hat on top of it. The final Christmas activity was the sledding hill. As Daddy Pig and George whisked off, Peppa spotted the elf sledging too. "Follow that elf, Mommy," she cried. Peppa and Mommy Pig set off. Their sled raced down the hill. The sled was going so fast, Mommy Pig couldn't stop it. "Ah!" she cried, as the speeding sled zoomed up into the air and landed in a snow elf splosh. "Who put that there?" said Mommy Pig, covered head to toes in snow. "It wasn't me, Mommy Pig," said Daddy Pig. "It must have been the Christmas elf." "Anyway, time to go," said Daddy Pig. "Granny and Grandpa Pig will be waiting for us." "Yippee!" cheers Peppa and George. When Peppa and George got back to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house, they put out some cookies for Santa and then get ready for bed. Peppa told them all about her adventure with the elf. "But I didn't even get to talk to the elf," she said. "Time to sleep, little one," said Granny Pig. "May all your Christmas wishes come true." But Peppa and George didn't hear. They were already fast asleep. Very early on Christmas morning, Peppa and George ran in to wake Mommy and Daddy Pig. Boing, boing. Then they ran into Granny and Grandpa Pig's bedroom and woke them up too. They all headed downstairs to find Santa had left presents for everyone. "Christmas done so," cheers George. His Christmas wish had come true. Suddenly, Peppa heard a sound jingle jingle. She looked up. Right at the top of the tree was a toy. "Christmas elf!" Peppa cried, jumping up and down. Peppa cuddled the Christmas elf. "Thank you for the adventure," she whispered. Peppa's Christmas wish had come true too. Mommy Pig took the elf hat off and secretly put it on Daddy Pig's head. "What's that?" asked Daddy Pig, reaching up and finding the hat. He looked over at Mommy Pig. "It wasn't me," said Mommy Pig, smiling. "It must have been the Christmas elf." Peppa loved her Christmas elf. Everyone loves Peppa's Christmas elf. That's the end.